History of Russia in 100 Minutes by Smart Histories. Nicholas II. The reign of the last emperor, Nicholas II, was a chain of disasters and miscalculations that took the country closer to revolution and to the end of autocratic monarchy in Russia. Background: the last Tsar, Nicholas II, sincerely believed in his divine right to govern and had no intention of allowing the introduction of a constitution or make any liberal reforms. He had a tendency to take questionable advice from the likes of his wife, Alexandra Fedorovna, and the monk, Grigory Rasputin, who was later killed by members of the Romanov family in 1916. 1905. The Russo-Japanese War of 1904 to 1905 was expected to be a short, triumphant campaign, but turned out to be a disastrous defeat for Russia, a cause of international shame and the loss of the greater part of the imperial fleet. The revolution of 1905 was triggered by the Tsar's armed troops opening fire on peaceful demonstrators near the Winter Palace. Those people had tried to present the Tsar with a petition to improve their living conditions. The event is, even today, known as Bloody Sunday. The Bloody Sunday events resulted in a wave of strikes and mutiny, and Nicholas was forced to grant people their basic civil rights, as well as to create the imperial parliament, Duma. The document was prepared by Prime Minister Sergei Witte and is known as the October Manifesto of 1905. STOLYPIN'S reforms. Nicholas II deeply distrusted the parliament. In 1907, after finally establishing the Tsar's control over the Duma, the newly appointed young Prime Minister, Pyotr Stolypin, enacted the agrarian reform. It was about dismantling the system of rural communities and creating independent farms in the countryside. These progressive reforms produced promising effects, but also created a lot of tensions and were left unfinished. Stolypin himself was killed by a radical leftist in 1911. Abdication in 1917. The catastrophic results of World War I brought about the February Revolution in 1917. Tsar Nicholas II was forced to abdicate in favor of the provisional government. Nicholas, his wife Alexandra, their 4 daughters Olga, Tatiana, Maria, Anastasia, and son Alexei were put under house arrest in Yekaterinburg. A year later, they were all executed by the Bolsheviks. Thank you for watching. For thousands of helpful resources of Russian history, please visit our website at smarthistories.com.